Welcome to the Schwann Regional Event Center here at Mackey Field in Marshall, Minnesota on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University. Here for another Mustang football game. Matt Metzler along with Zach Huntley, back again. The dynamic duo is back again.
Back again, and I'm back in my rightful place.
Yeah. But as we bring you today's matchup between Southwest Minnesota State University against Concordia St. Paul. The Mustangs come in at a 4-4 record with 1-3 in the NSIC South, while Concordia St. Paul comes in 2-6 with an 0-4 record. Last week for the Mustangs, they lost 35-20 at Minnesota State University. That was a Thursday night game, so long week rest for them.
A long week rest, and they actually played really well against that. Just kind of, I remember reading it was a late surge here by Minnesota State, so they had some really good things there for the Mustangs.
And last time out for Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears, they were at number 6 ranked Sioux Falls, losing 51-17.
And were they both on the? Nope, they had a Saturday game, so the Mustangs have a little more rest than Concordia.
So as we get set for action here at Mackey Field, we will send it to break while we pause for the anthem. This has been Mustang Football on SMSU Media.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
On September 18, 1967, a new college on the prairie opened its doors for the first time. And since then, it has supplied countless memories to its 20,000 alumni. Please save the date for Homecoming 2017, September 29th through October 1st, and help us celebrate 50 years of excellence at Southwest Minnesota State University.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck.
So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
What?
The storks are bringing me a baby brother!
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't? Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
We can do this together!
To know for sure that your child is in the right seat for their age and size,
Remember when I was a baby, felt like 1 minute ago?
What?
visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
What he said.
Welcome back. Here's some few stats for the Mustangs. They're coming in on a 3-game losing streak. A win here will give them a 4-1 record in home games this year and clinch their second straight home winning season. In this series, Concordia St. Paul leads 10-9 over the Mustangs, while they also lead 5-4 here in Marshall. Last time they faced each other, Mustangs went on to defeat Concordia St. Paul in St. Paul 48-24. While Blake Gimble threw 25 for 35 for 233 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ashanti Payne, who is out for today, had a game-high 109 yards with 1 touchdown. Nate Hewitt caught 8 passes for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Mustangs. And for Max Simmons, the freshman running back, he is the top running back in NCAA Division II with 13 rushing touchdowns. And he leads all freshman players in all 4 divisions.
And I believe he had some kind of 50 carries last week, so expect a lot of carries out of Simmons. Sounded like Gimble didn't practice much this week, so he's a little banged up, but I could see him throwing the ball quite a bit today also. So looking at the team statistics-wise, Concordia is giving up an average of, or they're only averaging 203 yards passing, 122 yards rushing, so they're kind of a balanced offense. Defensively, they're giving up 212 yards on the ground and 198 yards in the air. I could see the Mustangs taking advantage of both the ground and the air, and if they can do that, it's going to be a very successful day for the Mustangs.
And one thing, too, with the weather today is a cold and windy day here in Marshall, Minnesota, so you might not see as many pass plays as what we've been accustomed to. More keep the ball on the ground. That way the ball doesn't fly too far or too short. Depends on which way you're going into the wind or with the wind behind you.
And going also, seeing the Mustangs in the red zone. On the season, they are 30 of 34 in the red zone, so that's an 88% ratio there. And the 29 touchdowns, 1 field goal. So we see the Mustangs in the red zone expecting a score most of the time.
And last week, too, senior linebacker Tyler Flood moved into 10th all-time on SMSU career tackles list with 275. He ranks 9th in solo tackles with 146. So few Mustangs. Also, Nate Hewitt is now 6th all-time for touchdown receptions list with 23. So a couple of Mustang players are moving up on their career ranks for statistics for SMSU.
Yeah, they're moving up the ranks, and they're continuing as looks like Hewitt needs about 300 yards to a little under 300 yards to get passed up and keep him going. And Gimbel is on his way too, only needs about a little over 40 completions, and he'll move up too. So a lot of the Mustangs doing their jobs and moving up in the record books, which means good things for the Mustangs.
And the Mustangs will kick off. Austin Wells is the kicker for the Mustangs. Golden Bears elected to receive with Alquan Vickers and Alex Card, the returners for the Golden Bears, as we get a slight pause as the ball was blown off the tee.
And the Mustangs have decided to go with the wind on offense. Well, they're going to give Concordia into the wind to start it off.
Austin Wells kicks off, and it's an end-over-end kick, and it will be into the end zone, and he will just wait, take a knee. And that is a touchback, so the Golden Bears will start at the 25-yard line. And for this Golden Bear offense, what would you say would be some keys for them?
Well, as I said, they're kind of a balanced team. So I think if they could stay with that balanced attack, and if they could beat the Mustangs both ways, they're going to give the Mustangs some fits. But if the Mustang defense goes with or stops one of their two ways they can play, then they're going to give fits to the Concordia's offense.
And this would be a week, too, for the Mustangs to step up on defense going into next week. They get a big rivalry game with Winona State to try to get some momentum on that side of the ball. And it is an empty shotgun set with number 12, Ron Johnson, as the quarterback. And he's going to hand it off to number 15, Deshaun Schumann. And he gets about 6 yards on the play, up to about 31. So it'll be 2nd and 4. A little bit of a jet sweep there right off the bat. And again, empty backfield for Concordia at St. Paul. They put a wide receiver in motion. And Johnson's going to keep it, and he's going to get stood up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard.
And that'll be a sack.
Tyler Flood is the tackler on that play. So it'll be 3rd and 6 as he lost 2 on the play from the 29-yard line. So read option on the jet sweep.
Let's see early on, and as we've seen in a lot of these games, home games for the Mustangs, 3rd down and long have been difficult. And see if the Mustangs can get a 3rd and long stop here.
And they're going to go 3 receivers left, none right with a tight end, 1 running back on the left side of the quarterback. And they're going to pass it, swing pass to number 4, Darius Chaps, as he drops it. So it will be a 3 and out for the Mustangs on defense.
A big stop there, and some good momentum to start the game for the defense.
So after a 6-yard gain on the first down play, they go 2 yards backwards and an incomplete pass. As number 36 number 36, Sam Maitke, the punter for the Golden Bears, with Nate Hewitt set to return. And it's going into the wind, and it's going to be a short kick. And Hewitt's going to return it, and he's going to be brought down as soon as he catches it by number 46, Josh Cohn. So Mustangs will start at about the their own 38-yard line.
Good field position to start at the game, and especially with the wind going downwind, so they're going to have. I expect some deep passes because that downwind's going to help you. Into the wind, you're not going to be able to throw the ball as much.
And with Hewitt, too, he's got to be careful on a windy day like this. You never know where that ball could possibly go. And, of course, Mustangs in the pistol formation. They give it to Simmons. Simmons is going to bounce outside. He dodges a tackle, but he's wrapped up about the 44-yard line. So a gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 for the Mustangs. Two receivers left, one right. Hewitt is the outside receiver on the right. Here's the handoff to Simmons as he was not ready for it, but he will be he'll dodge a couple tackles and scoot forward to the 45-yard line. No, they're going to say 50-yard line.
Looks like it'll be a first down for the Mustangs.
So Simmons wasn't quite ready for it, but he's able to drag the pile for a first down. Of course, Mustangs in that hurry-up offense. They're going to hand it off to Simmons again, and he will be wrapped up, and he'll get about 3 on the play.
Going with a lot of Simmons. We went about 50 times last week with him. Expecting a lot here, and the play action then will be in good features here if they can continue this run.
Here's the handoff to Simmons again. He goes up the middle, and he'll be wrapped up about the line of scrimmage. About a gain of 1, possibly just got back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be third and
about 4 or 5.
Third and 4 from the 46 as no gain on the play by Simmons. And they're going to go 3 receivers left, 1 right. Pistol formation with Simmons in the backfield. And Gimbel's going to look left, and he pump fakes, and he's going to look back right, and he's got Hewitt. Hewitt catches it, but we'll see where they mark him as he was brought down right as he caught it. They're going to end his forward progress at the 44-yard line. So it will be 4th down. And this is, 4th down territory possibly for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it just didn't. None of the receivers really went past the first down marker, and Gimbel couldn't really find anybody and found Hewitt there late, and
as a late sub.
Late sub, so that means they got to allow both teams to sub if needed.
10 seconds left on the play clock. Here's a snap to Gimbel. And there is a flag on the play, so a possible offsides. Free play, and it comes back, and he catches it. That's number 80 for the Mustangs. Aaron Murphy, as he gets the first down catch for the Mustangs, but looks like the flag could possibly be offsides. So it looks like there was some movement on the Golden Bear front line. So they did draw him offsides, and that would have been an automatic first down if they didn't get it because it was 4th and 4.
Yeah, it was free play, and they could have just chucked it up for the end zone and tried to get a touchdown there, but made a good play there from Gimbel.
Snap to Gimbel, and they're going to give it to Simmons again. Left side, he's got a big hole, but he's brought down for a gain of 3 on the play. Just had to beat that one defender because there was a big hole right there for Simmons.
Nice big hole, and just couldn't quite get the burst of speed he wanted to get through that hole.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Pistol formation again, handoff to Simmons left. And he's got some room, and he'll keep going forward. A lot of second effort for Simmons so far this first drive. And they're going to mark him about the 17-yard line. They'll give him a first down.
That was a very generous marking there by the officials, and it will be another first down.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's a handoff to Simmons. Simmons, and he is going to get about 7 on the play.
He'll be up to the 10-yard line.
So once again, the Mustangs are in red zone territory.
And that usually comes with a score. So in the way they've been moving the ball with Simmons, I think it's going to be a pretty good day.
Here's a handoff again to Simmons. Simmons got some room, and he's going to get in. He does dive in at the last second. He crosses the plane. So that's a 10-yard rush touchdown for Max Simmons. That'll be his 14th of the year. So another good run play by the Mustangs.
Yeah, great run play there. And that's 8 carries for 43 yards for Simmons on that touchdown. So taking control of the offense there for the Mustangs.
And they're going to have Blake Gimbel attempt this extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:48 left in the first quarter, SMSU up 7-0 over Concordia St. Paul. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
So with that last drive, Mustangs take a 7-0 lead over the Golden Bears of Concordia St. Paul off a 10-yard rush by Max Simmons. And what really set up that drive was that 4th down conversion, although it would have been a first down with the penalty, but just a great play by Alex Murphy.
Yeah, no, just overall a great possession there by the Mustang offense, and Max Simmons took control of that. Just a couple passes there by Gimbel. You couldn't feel any better for Coach Sauter to get going like this.
And for the Golden Bears, they have Elias Arlington back to receive the kick, along with number 15, Deshaun Showman. And he will take a knee again in the for a touchback, so they will get the ball at the 25-yard line. And for this Mustang defense, could they repeat another 3-and-out like they did the previous series?
If they could keep the running down on the low and give them only 1 or 2 yard gains, I think they can do that. And if they can do that, and then the offense gets back out and take it maybe a 14-0 lead here early, it's going to be going to put Concordia on the ropes early in this game.
Their quarterback for Concordia St. Paul, Ron Johnson, he is a junior, and he has a tight end. He puts a receiver in motion, and they're going to throw a penalty as there was some motion.
Should be a full start on Concordia.
So that is a false start.
So now it will be a 1st and 15 from the 20-yard line.
Penalty on the right guard, Hunter Kaufman. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 20. 10:46 left in the first quarter. So they're going to go to more of a full house with a shotgun formation for Concordia St. Paul. And they're going to hand it off to number 4, Darius Chaps. He gets about 4 or 5 on the play.
A very interesting formation there. And I don't think I've ever seen much of full house formation. Concordia's they're mixing it up and trying to get the Mustangs off balance here on defense.
2 receivers right, 1 left, 1 running back, 1 tight end for Concordia. And they're going to roll. They're going to pitch it out to Chaps. Chaps is going to be brought down for about a 3-yard gain.
And again, it'll be a 3rd and long. Should be about 3rd and 6.
They're going to say we've got 4 on the play. Caleb Leichman on the tackle for the Mustangs. So again, 3 receivers left, none right with the tight end behind the right tackle, 1 running back. Johnson discussing some things. Looking to the sideline. Chaps will move over to the left side.
And a timeout by Concordia.
So with 9:32 left, Concordia will take a timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
We are back here at Schwann Regional Event Center. 9:32 left in the first quarter, 7-0. Mustangs lead the Golden Bears. Some miscommunication from the Golden Bear offense, which led to the timeout.
Yeah, either a miscommunication there or just not like what they're seeing there, and Mustang defense kind of giving them some heartaches right now.
And they will go in empty backfield. They do put Chaps in motion. Some trouble with the snap, and they're going to try to throw a screen, but it's incomplete. as there was some pressure there by the Mustangs. And for the Mustangs, another 3 and out on defense.
A big 3 and out, and it looked like it was going to be a screen pass, and it just seems like it didn't materialize at all. And it looked like a Mustang defensive lineman actually could have intercepted that ball.
And Johnson had some problems with the snap, holding on to it. And Hewitt back to receive the punt for the Mustangs, with Sam Matke as the punter. Here's the snap. And the kick is up. And it's going to, not a bad punt. Hewitt's going to return it. He's going to go backwards to start with. He's going to cut across field. And he's got some blocks. He's got some room on that right side. He's to the 50. And he's got one man to beat the punter. And the punter does bring him down at the 35-yard line. But a great return by Nate Hewitt, going back around and then seeing that there's a lot of room on that right side of the field.
Yeah, that was a great punt return. I mean, probably ended up being, about a 45-yard punt return, but it ends up going early for like 60, 70 yards because he went back a good 10 yards and ran around, got the blocking, and all he had to do was get past that punter. And people think it's easy, but it's not easy to get past.
As you look, he got a great first block on that punt return. 3 receivers left, and the handoff is to Simmons. Simmons going to cut off field. He'll get to about the line of scrimmage. They'll maybe give him a yard on the play. So it'll be about 2nd and 9 from the 34-yard line.
And more Max Simmons here to start off the drive for the Mustangs.
And they're going to pass it. Nope, Gimbel's going to keep it. And he's just going to slide. No, he's going to lose a yard on the play. So 3rd and about 10. And that's one thing, too, with Gimbel. He's not going to try to risk anything knowing that he's been hurt this past week.
Yeah, there isn't going to be much risk out of Gimbel, and that was just something that he didn't see a hole and didn't, wasn't willing to take a hit at all and just gave himself up.
And possibly with that injury, too, he's not going to be able to keep it as much, run with it. And then they're going to go 4 receivers, and it's going to be past. Gimbel's under some pressure, and it is incomplete. And let's see here. They're going to say there was a receiver in the area. So it'll be 4th and 10. And for the Mustangs, it appears they will go for it.
Well, they could have tried a field goal. You get some wind helping you, but might as well go for it on 4th down here as the defense has been doing their job for the Mustangs.
Empty backfield, and it looks like they were going to do a halfback swing, but they got a man over the middle, and it's Matsky, and he will be brought down at the 27.
It will be Concordia's ball.
26. That was, I thought he got to the 25. They are marking him a yard or 2 short.
And his leg, just had one guy there to beat, and his leg got down before he could stretch across for the 1st down.
So that is a turnover on downs for the Mustangs.
But basically, even though they did go for it on 4th down and did not get it, they do give Concordia the ball only at the 26, and where they probably would have gotten on a punt kick return.
So this is basically where they've been starting all day.
They're going to start all day, yeah.
Johnson back out to the Golden Bear offense. 2 receivers right. They're going to put man in motion. And there's a fumble, loose ball. It's some bad exchange on the handoff. Ball still loose, and they're going to say the ball just got out of bounds before a Mustang recovered it. But that's a play where if you recover that on defense, that sets you up.
Yeah, that would have set him up, and not only was there one fumble on the exchange, there was another fumble, and luckily they were able to throw that out of bounds.
Deshaun Schumann fumbled it on the exchange and then fumbled it again as he was trying to cut up field. 2 receivers right. They put Schumann in motion. Here's the snap. He's going to pass it, and there's a huge hole, and he's going to scramble, and he's going to be brought down about the 34-yard line.
It looks like it'll be about a 3rd and 2.
So an 8-yard gain on the scramble by Johnson. Looked like there might have been a little bit of a hold there by Golden Bear offensive lineman, but they're going to let it go. And that's one thing, too. Last home game, there was a lot of penalties for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it's something that we haven't seen at all today so far.
Johnson with 3 receivers left, 1 right, with Chaps in the backfield. And they're trying to get the play call from the sideline. They put a receiver in motion. Johnson drops back, and it is, they're going to say it's caught.
And it looks like it could be short of the first down, so it could be 4th and inches.
They're going to say short. It was caught by number 15, Deshaun Schumann. And
looks like they're going to bring the punt team in. Or they're going to bring the big men in and try to run this in for, looks like they're going to try to sneak one in here.
so they're going to go two running backs, one of a fullback. So they're going to try to run a power play in the shotgun with 4th and inches. They might even try to draw the offense or the defense offsides. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Johnson. And he will run up the middle, and he is stood up. And they are going to say he did not get there. Great defense by the Mustangs as they stood him up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised there. I mean, Concordia, I know they wanted to do that, but why not have him snap it under center? Why have him out of the shotgun? He loses 2 yards right there, and the Mustangs were able to break to the line and get an important stop on defense.
So for the Mustangs, they had a turnover on downs on offense. Well, they turn them over on defense as well.
It's a back and forth battle here so far.
Gibble comes out, two receivers left, one right, the tight end. Drive will start at the 34-yard line. Gimble's going to look for a deep pass to Hewitt, and it is incomplete. Good coverage on the play.
Incomplete, and no pass interference could have been called. There's a little pushing and shoving there. It could have been a pass interference call, but that's something you want to take advantage of with the wind downwind, and they gave it a shot, and Hewitt just wasn't able to come up with that one.
That was Jonathan Johnson on the coverage for the Golden Bears, and they're going to hand it off to Simmons again. Simmons is lit up. Oh, no. Gimble decided to keep it as Simmons was lit up in the backfield, and he's a little slow to get up, and they will have him come out the field with Devontae Beal coming in, and there is an injured Golden Bear on the play, but he's able to get up. That is number 1, David Reed, the injured Golden Bear, but he's able to get up. So that was just a big hit, though, on Simmons.
Yeah, huge hit on Simmons, and luckily Gimble kept that ball. Otherwise, it would have been a good loss of about 5 yards.
So Devontae Beal checks in for Simmons, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Gimble back to pass again, and he's going to throw it to Hewitt over the middle. Hewitt's open. He brings it in as he's brought down about the 21-yard line. So first down for the Mustangs.
And back inside the red zone where they are 1 for 1 so far today with a touchdown.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. And here's the handoff to Beal. Beal is going to be brought down about the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play.
It seems like the wind is picking up even more here late in the first quarter than it was in pregame.
And Simmons checks back in for the Mustangs. Two receivers left, 1 right. Almost drew a Golden Bear offsides. Gimble hands it back off to Simmons. Simmons goes straight up the middle, and he will be brought down for a gain of about 2 on the play, gain of 3. They're going to say gain of 3, so it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 13-yard line. So they're going to put Lawson Gale on the right side. 2 receivers right, 1 left, with Galmu as the outside receiver on the left. They're going to put Lawson Gale back in motion. Here's a snap to Gimble. Gimble is going to step up in the pocket. And he's got some room to run. Good block by Galmu. And Gimble's going to scramble for a touchdown. So for the Mustangs, they now take a 13-0 lead on the great run by Gimble, who got a great block from Galmu downfield.
Yeah, two good blocks there, and was able to glide his way into the end zone.
4:35 left in the first quarter, 13-0. Mustangs over the Golden Bears.
Gimble doesn't get any breath. He's got to go out there and now kick the extra point.
Gimble is 1 for 1 on the day. Hewitt to spot it. Here's the snap to Hewitt. Spot down. The kick is up, and it is
good.
Good. So with 4:35 left in the first quarter, Mustangs lead 14-0. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to Schwann Regional Event Center, Mackey Field here on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University. Mustangs just took a 14-0 lead with a 13-yard run for Gimbel for a touchdown. He is 4 for 6 today for 45 yards.
Not much passing, but the running game is sure working so far.
Wells to kick off. Both his kicks have gone for touchbacks, but it will be returned by Schumann. Schumann gets up to about the, and he's going to break loose, and he'll be tripped up at the 35. And he was tripped up by number 31, Michael Rivera for the Mustangs.
If he wasn't tripped up, he was gone. There would have been a touchdown there for Concordia.
But a big hole for Schumann. And for Mustangs, that's one thing we didn't really talk about with special team coverage.
And we've seen that over the past few home games where they've occasionally given up those big returns, and this was one of them.
Johnson, and they're going to give it to Chaps. Chaps is going to cut a field. Goes to bounce out outside. He breaks a couple tackles, and he will spin around, and he's brought down at the 40-yard line. So a gain of 25 on the play.
And he didn't take the conventional route there. Kind of went up and back and around, and too many different routes there. He doesn't like to take it the simple north and south route there.
Mm-hmm. Johnson, they're going to line up in the pistol with Chaps behind him. One receiver right, two left. With Arlington as the slot receiver. And they're going to give it to Chaps. Chaps bounces out the outside, and he'll get a field, and he'll gain about 5 on the play. So one thing we've seen from this drive is just missed tackles by the Mustang.
Yeah, the Mustangs are struggling with their tackling on the outside, and they've had that overall over the last few home games also.
Johnson looks towards the sideline. Sammy Bauchman, the outside receiver, with Arlington as the slot receiver. Johnson, he's going to look right, and it's going to be caught.
And there'll be a pass interference. So.
Pass is caught by Marcus Gustavison on a great one-handed catch, but there's a flag on the play. And it looks like it will be 1st and goal. So the penalty, if it would have been accepted, was on number 2, Michael Everett, for holding, which would have been 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down. But because of the catch, they spot it down at the 3-yard line. Here's the handoff to Chaps, and Chaps gets in, lunges in for first Golden Bear score of the afternoon. 3-yard gain. He is averaging 6.2 yards per carry.
And a disappointing defensive drive there by the Mustangs after stopping Concordia, giving up a lot of yardage there, and got Concordia right back into this ball game.
The kicker is Jonas Schneiderlin. His first attempt of the afternoon. And we're just waiting for the referees are moving something underneath the goalposts. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So with 3:12 left in the first quarter, Mustangs lead 14-7 after a 3-yard rush by Chaps. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Fancy pants peanut butter?
A big screen television. You haven't even bought a sofa yet.
A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
.312 left in the first quarter. Mustangs lead 14-7 over the Golden Bears of Concordia St. Paul. And for the Mustangs, you know, some missed tackles led to the eventual score.
Yeah, missed tackles and some big yards on the ground there for Concordia gave the Mustangs defense a little bit of trouble there.
And the wind blows the ball off the tee. If it happens again, they will have to have someone hold it. Kicking for the Golden Bears is number 34, Peter Ferris. And so they're going to have a holder for the, they're going to have a holder. And Ferris is a lefty kicker. More of their kickoff specialist. And it's a short kick, fair catch by, it looks like, Matsky. So the Mustangs will take over at their own 30-yard line.
Their worst starting position yet to start this game.
And for the Mustangs, on 3 drives, they have scored 2 touchdowns and have turned it over on downs.
I expect them to take a little bit more of an advantage of this wind with the remaining 3:12 that they have.
They will actually spot them at the 29-yard line, so 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Gimbel in the pistol, 2 receivers right, 1 left, and the handoff. Nope, Gimbel's going to fake it, and it's caught by Lossingale. Lossingale's going to spin away from a tackle. He's up to the 45, cuts back, and he'll be brought down at the 50-yard line as he's shoved out of bounds. So that'll be a 1st down for the Mustangs after a 21-yard gain.
21-yard gain on a play that looked like it wasn't going to go anywhere, and Gimbel was able to get it to Gale and was able to make something out of it.
Mustangs with the hurry-up offense gives it to Simmons. Simmons bounce outside, and he's going to get upfield, and he's tripped up. And he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Another potential big play if he doesn't get tripped up, which is basically kind of been the Mustangs' offense, is they're just one break away from taking it back to the house, or taking it to the house.
For a touchdown.
Simmons, he goes right. He's got some blocking downfield, and he is going to keep going, and he is brought down at the 14-yard line, so another big run by Max Simmons. Gain of about 27 on the play.
Simmons isn't a big guy either, so, I mean, he's able to maneuver these defenders.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Handoff is to Simmons. Simmons will be wrapped up in the backfield. They're going to say he got up to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. And for the Mustangs again, in the red zone.
The red zone, 2 for 2 on the day, 2 touchdowns.
Gimbel almost draws a defender offside. And fade to Hewitt. Hewitt goes up, and he caught it! Touchdown, Nate Hewitt, on a 14-yard pass from Blake Gimbel. And he threw it to only where Hewitt could get it.
That was a perfect pass there by Gimbel. A nice little fade run to the back of the end zone there. And he threw it right where Hewitt was the only one that could get it. And the defender wasn't going to get any kind of deflection on that one. So big touchdown by the Mustangs to get him back up by 2 scores.
And that's Hewitt's 24th career touchdown reception. Gimbel again to try the extra point. He is 2 for 2 on the day. The kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:10 left, Mustangs lead 21-7. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
We are back here at Mackey Field, Schwann Regional Event Center, on a beautiful 14-yard pass from Gimbel to Hewitt. Mustangs lead by 14.
And another good drive there. All 4 drives for the Mustangs, 3 touchdowns. 3 out of 4 of them were good drives. The one where they didn't get the first down wasn't the greatest drive, but the Mustangs have been able to move the ball pretty good today so far.
That is, so now Gimbel has 2 total touchdowns, 1 on the ground and 1 passing touchdown. And Simmons setting up that drive with a couple big runs. So we've been able to see the Mustangs be able to run on this Golden Bear defense.
See how the Mustangs defense can respond after giving up their 1 bad drive there the day so far.
Wells set back to kick off. Schumann back to receive, along with number 22.
Another one at the 1-yard line.
Schumann, and he's going to leap over a defender, but he's going to get up to about the 19-yard line. So good coverage by the Mustangs after giving up a big gain to Schumann the last return.
Again, another starting position for Concordia. That isn't a good, ideal place to start the drive at.
Johnson. He's going to have 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, 1 right with a tight end, with Chaps as the running back. And they're going to pitch it to him. And he loses a yard as some good tackling by the Mustangs brings him down in the backfield.
So they'll be back to their 19-yard line, and it will be 2nd and 11.
Tackle by number 97, Alex Werner. So they're going to say he actually lost 2 on the play.
Yeah, they got it back to the 18, it looks like. Or close to the 18.
So 2nd and 12 from the 18-yard line, Johnson. And they're going to pass it. Nope, Chaps has it. And he's going to be, once again, brought down, looks like in the backfield. And they're going to call a timeout, Mustangs, as they're going to try to play the win battle here. And take a timeout so they have some time left to get the ball back with the timeout, with the wind behind them.
They want to get the wind behind them because you can give, Gimbel could probably throw one for 60, 70 yards with this wind.
So we'll quick step aside for 30 seconds. This is Mustang Football on SMSU Media.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
We are back, 3rd and 14 from the 17-yard line, as Mustangs try to get another 3rd and 3 and out on defense.
And it would be a big key there if they could do that. Get that ball back with the wind and try to get another touchdown.
And they're going to go 3 receivers left, none right, with Chaps as the tailback. And here's Johnson, and he's going to throw it towards the sideline. He's got a man open, caught, and he's going to make a move. He's going to be shoved out at the 27-yard line.
That's an advantage for the Mustangs because the clock will stop now.
Pass was caught by number 84. Gabe Steed. So once again, the Mustangs will be back to receive the punt. Last time Golden Bears punted, Nate Hewitt had a big punt return. They put a gunner in motion. Here's a snap. The kick is up. And a fair catch by Hewitt, as it looked like he was contacted a little bit, but they're just going to let it go. And they're going to spot him at the 44-yard line. The Mustangs will take over on offense with 1:12 left.
Expect deep balls to come here with the wind, or a lot more passing than running.
And for the Mustangs, too, the running game has been doing really well for them.
Yeah, they've been able to run the ball now. I believe we are over 100 yard, not quite 100 yard, 97 yards on the ground so far. 80 in the air, so good balance for the Mustangs so far here in the first quarter.
2 receivers left, 1 right, with Simmons in the backfield. And Gimbel's going to pump fake, and he's looking for a receiver downfield, and he's going to scramble. He will be brought down the backfield. He is sacked by number 91, Dylan Wood. Loss of about 8 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 18.
Yeah, it looks like
They're going to say
looks like a little more than 10 yards there, where the down marker is.
So it will be 2nd and 23 from the 31-yard line. So they're going to try to look to Hewitt. Hewitt on a comeback route, he's able to come down with it.
There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the near the sideline, but one in the backfield as well. So as it stands, it would be 3rd and 13 because of a 10-yard pass completion to Hewitt. The referees are still discussing on what it should be. And what would you do here? Would you take the penalty and then make them redo 2nd down, or would you just decline it?
I'm not sure what you want to do. They're still discussing it here.
From what it appears, it looks like it's on the Mustangs. Now it's just whether do you want to decline it or not. Accept it or decline it, because you could play the field position. It would be 3rd and 13 from the 41-yard line, or it would be 2nd and about 28, depends upon what the call is.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the offense. Illegal formation on the offense, too many men in the backfield. Then we had that penalty is declined. There was a hold, number 74. That penalty is accepted. Replay 2nd down.
So they're just gonna
So
keep it there.
so there were 2 penalties on the play. That's what the discussion was. Which penalty would it take? So they take the holding penalty. So it'll be
2nd and a good.
It'll be 2nd and I believe 33.
Long way to that 1st down marker.
And they're going to let the clock run too. And they're going to hand it off to Simmons, and Simmons got some room as he gets up to the 30-yard line. And big pile on the play, and it looks like the ball may have popped out. And the referee, no, they'll say the Mustangs did recover, and it looks like it will be the last play of the quarter. So it's 3rd and 24 from the 35-yard line. And they're just able to get the play off before the quarter ends. And they're looking to Hewitt downfield, and Hewitt incomplete as he just did not bring it in.
It would have been a 1st down if he did catch it.
So we'll come back on the other side of the quarter break. It is 21-7. Mustangs lead over Concordia St. Paul. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Hey, Hard, what's this? That's my resignation letter. You're resigning? Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit. I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me. Okay. But remember, it's not what you say. It's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
We are back here at the Schwann Regional Event Center, Mackey Field. Start of the 2nd quarter. Mustangs lead 21-7. Gimbel has 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, along with Max Simmons has a rushing touchdown, and Nate Hewitt has the receiving touchdown. So for the Mustangs, coming off after the 1st quarter, they will be facing a 4th and 24 from their own 30-yard line, and they will be kicking into the wind.
Yeah, so they will be kicking this ball. They're not going to go for it into the wind, but It's going to be a good punt. Try to hit something low and let it get some forward bounce movement.
Austin Wells, the punter for the Mustangs. Snap is low, and it is a spiral punt, and it will take a Golden Bear bounce, and it's touchdown by number 18, Brad Ballman.
And it'll be at the Mustang 48-yard line. So Concordia will be getting really good field position here to start out the second quarter.
And that is a net punt yardage of 18 yards for Austin Wells. And on a day like this, just trying to kick it in the wind is difficult enough.
Well, you just want to get topspin on it. You don't want to try to hit, the end over end. You just want to get as much topspin as possible. So anything low and forward spin is going to give you your maximum yardage into the wind.
Johnson leading the Golden Bears back out on offense. Two receivers left, none right, with Chaps in the backfield. Johnson drops back, and he's going to step up in the pocket, and he'll scramble forward, and he'll gain about 1 yard on the play. They're going to say gain 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 46-yard line. 2nd and 9 from the 47.
Good start for the Mustangs on defense here to start the first drive of the second quarter.
Two receivers right, one left. Here's the snap to Johnson. Johnson looks, and it is incomplete. Johnson's pass to Sammy Bauchman, incomplete as he had some problems bringing the ball in. Dalen Finley was there to disrupt the pass. So it'll be 3rd and 9 from the 47-yard line. And for Concordia St. Paul, is this 4th down territory?
I mean, that's debatable. Do you really want to give the Mustangs some good field position? If you don't get it, there's a lot of different scenarios that Concordia can take here.
Johnson. And he's going to be rolling right, and he's going to look downfield, and it is incomplete. Just over the head of the wide receiver, number 10, Marcus Gustafson. So they will punt on 4th down.
You gotta try to hit a corner punt here and try to get the Mustangs into some long territory here.
He went back to receive the punt. And one thing the Golden Bears could do is possibly fake it on this play.
They could, but I don't see them really doing that.
And it looks like the Mustangs will try to go after the punt, too. The snap and the kick.
Not a good punt, but it's going to get him somewhere here.
And it's fair caught at the 13-yard line, so pin the Mustangs inside their own 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line for the Mustangs. So going into the win, would you just rely on the rushing then?
You're going to have to rely a lot on the running. Either that or some swing passes or something that you can get some yards on. I don't expect many deep balls by Gimbel here into the wind.
Of course, Mustangs come out in their pistol formation, 2 receivers right. With none left, actually, they're going to go under center. They're not going to be in the pistol.
Not many times we've seen Gimbel under center.
Here's a handoff to Simmons. He's going to go up the middle, and he will rush get to the 19-yard line, so a gain of 6 right up the middle.
A good gain there from Simmons to start out a drive deep in their own zone.
2nd and 4. And again, the Mustangs will go under center. Here's the handoff to Simmons again, and Simmons got some room. He bounces out outside, and he is brought down at the 33-yard line.
2 big runs to start out the possession here for Max Simmons.
So that's another Mustang 1st down. Gain of 14 on the play. So they'll go in the I formation. Here's a handoff to Simmons again, and Simmons gets about 3 on the play. The fullback for the Mustangs is number 47, Dalton Jones, as he's lined out almost in the tight end. 2 receivers left, and the handoff is to Simmons again, and Simmons is brought down for about a gain of 2.
It's going to be about a 3rd and 4 here for the Mustangs. And now Max Simmons on 17 carries. Does have over 100 yards on the game with 115 on the ground.
So it will be 3rd and 4 from the 39-yard line. And for the Mustangs, too, this is what we expected, the power formation and just running the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Gimbel's going to drop back and pass it. He's got Galmy, and he's going to try to come back, and they're going to say incomplete.
And there's the effect of the wind trying to throw it deep downfield.
Galmy, the intended target.
So there's a flag, but it most likely is a sideline warning. So.
So a sideline warning, that means the next time they do have a sideline issue, they will be flagged for it. It will be a 5-yard penalty. And
he's going to be probably the pooch punt here coming.
And
well, we got a...
And there's an injured Concordia going bear down there.
Kind of a late injury there. I guess something must have cramped on him a little late.
So we will step aside for a 30-second break while we deal with this injury timeout. This is 21-7. Mustangs lead over Concordia St. Paul. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media. We are back here at Schwann Regional Event Center, Mackey Field. Looked like it was just a little bit of a cramp.
A late cramp there. But it's cold. Cramps come in the cold. I guess I thought it was cramps for more hot weather than they are cold weather.
Well, when you're overheating, possibly, you know. And 2 receivers left, 1 right. It looks like the Mustangs will go for it on 4th down. And it looks like they might even just try to get somebody drawn offside. No, and Gimbel will pooch kick it, and that's a good punt.
That's going to be good into the wall.
But it took a Golden Bear bounce as it comes back to about the 27-yard line. That's where the Concordia St. Paul will take over 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line.
So the Mustangs, even though it was into the wind, got the ball back far enough to where Concordia will have another tough possession here to start out.
That is about a 34 net punt for Gimbel. We've seen a lot of that when it's been so close. They'll just pooch kick it with Gimbel.
Yeah, it's just the typical pooch kick.
Gimbel gives it to, or not Gimbel, Chaps has it as he gets it from Johnson. Flood on the tackle. Gain about 4 on the play. We're going to say 2nd and 5. He gained 5 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 32. 11:55 left in the 2nd quarter. Johnson, 2 receivers right, 1 left, with Chaps as the backfield runner. And they're going to give it to Chaps again. He bounces outside. He'll gain about 3 on the play, so it'll be 3rd and short for Concordia St. Paul.
See if the Mustangs can get a big stop here again on 3rd down. They've done a pretty good job so far today. Concordia is 0-5 on 3rd down.
And for the Mustangs, they do have an extra defensive back in there. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Johnson, shotgun formation. Chaps switches to his left side. And they're going to drop back and pass. And Johnson's going to step up, and he will dive forward. Yeah, he will get to the 38-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
So Concordia getting their first down on a 3rd down conversion. Now 1 of 6.
So for the Mustangs, good coverage on the receivers. They just couldn't contain the middle of the field and allowed Johnson to escape the pocket and run for a 1st down.
Never easy when you give the quarterback that much room to run.
And again, Golden Bears in that full house shotgun formation. Handoff is to number 28. That is Darnell Roll. He gains about 2 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line. So Golden Bears mixing in some running backs. Johnson takes a snap. And he's going to look over the middle. And it's caught by Gustafson. And they're going to mark him down at the 45-yard line.
Will be 3rd and long for Concordia.
So it'll be about 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line. And Johnson, he's going to take his time. He'll be in shotgun formation. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Here's a snap. What's coming for the Mustangs, and it is deflected. There's a flag on the play.
There probably is a holding.
Oh, and then there's another flag on the play.
Well, we got a personal foul at the end of the play.
There was a little
holding, I believe, during the play.
So
and an injury on. So we got 2 penalties and an injured Concordia player.
So we'll wait for the call. And even if it was 1 holding and 1 personal foul, it will offset. As Sauter's discussing it with the referees.
Should be both on the offense, I believe.
They're still trying to sort it out. As we are waiting for the call from the referee, and he's going to discuss it with the umpire.
Well, look, the first flag is in a holding play, so there's a holding on the offense. Then there's extracurricular activity at the end, which I believe is on the offense too.
As we get set. Yep. So penalty is on number 70, Samuel Kessler. As it looked like he was tugging at Alex Nye's face mask after the whistle.
Hey, not too bad of a day so far for me calling flags there.
And for the Mustangs, they will get the ball back.
Get the ball back. Yeah, I don't see Concordia even trying to fake anything here.
Put a gunner in motion. The kick is up. And it pushes
bunt
Hewitt back. And Hewitt has a problem with the ball. And Hewitt dodges a couple tackles. And he's going to get some room up the sideline. And he will be forced out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
So he turns a nasty situation into a positive situation.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 32-yard line. Hewitt having some troubles with the punt, but is able to gain some yards on the play. And we've seen that a few times from Hewitt this year, is having trouble on special teams.
A couple misplays there on the punt return, but was able to get it back, gain good about 10 yards or so.
So we got 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's a snap to Simmons. Simmons dodges a tackle. He's going to keep going upfield, and he will be brought down at the 49-yard line. Gain of 17 on the play. And again, for the Mustangs, they will go with that hurry-up offense.
And another good run there by Simmons to start off the drive.
3 receivers right, and the handoff is to Simmons again. Simmons will be stopped at the 49-yard line, close to the 50. They'll say he gained 1 yard on the play. 2nd and 9 from the 50. Simmons has rushed for over 100 yards so far in the game today. Shelton checks in as a tight end for the Mustangs. High snap to Gimbel. Simmons goes up the middle again, and he stood up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say he got to the 49.
But nothing much on that one.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 from the 49-yard line. Just under 8.5 left in the first half. Again, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Galmu, outside receiver on the left. Stephenson, the slot receiver, and Hewitt outside on the right, with Simmons in the backfield and Shelton as a tight end. Here's a snap to Gimble. Gimble's going to roll, but he's going to give it back to Simmons, and Simmons will be brought down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play.
It will be a 4th and 9 for the Mustangs.
And we've seen that play call a couple times where they'll roll right and then give it to Simmons, who will cut back left.
This time it just didn't work for the Mustangs.
And it looks like Mustangs will probably pooch kick it again. Yep. And Gimble gets a high punt, but it's end over end. And it will take a Golden Bear bounce, and it will be downed at the 21-yard line. And that's where the Golden Bears of Concordia St. Paul will take over. 21-7 with 7:33 in the first half. For Concordia St. Paul, what do they got to do on offense to keep the chains moving?
They got to try to throw the ball more. They've been trying to run the ball, and they haven't been getting much on the ground. I believe they're just, let's see here, 7. Actually, they're 70 right on the dot. So, I mean, 70 yards on the ground just isn't going to help compared to 47 in the air. They need to throw the ball a little more. They got the wind on their back. They need to take advantage of that.
And for the Mustangs, they will get the ball to start the second half. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and they will pass it. Oh, but Johnson's going to try to scramble, and he's going to fall forward. Looks like he might lose a yard on the play.
If he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, that would be considered a sack.
So they're going to say he lost a yard, so
it will be a sack.
So it'll be a sack for number 27, Tyler Flood. So it'll be 2nd and 11 from the 21-yard line. They did spot the punt at the 22-yard line. Here's a snap to Johnson. Johnson across the middle, and it's caught. Caught by Gustafson as he falls forward to the 40-yard line. There'll be a Concordia first down.
And a good slant route there by Concordia to get a first down.
2 receivers right, 1 left, with Chaps as the tailback. Johnson again in the shotgun. He'll throw a swing pass, and it's caught by Schumann. As Schumann had just made a shoestring catch just to get it.
I think about a gain of 2 there.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 from their own 37-yard line. And for Concordia, they run a lot of their offense from the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 right, as they try to draw a defender offside, but they'll get a new play call from the sideline. Just over 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Here's a snap to Johnson. Johnson's going to pump left, and he's going to scroll. And it is picked off. There is a flag on the play, but
it most likely is going to be a holding by the offense. So
interception by number 27. That is Tyler Flood, his first interception of the afternoon.
And good, yeah. Holding on the offense, that a penalty will be declined, and it will be a first down for the Mustangs on the interception.
So that is the first turnover for the Mustang defense this afternoon.
Yep. First technically turnover for both teams, outside of the turnover on downs, but major turnover.
And that gives Mustangs good field position with 5:59 left. They can milk the clock on this drive and just run the ball, and they've been able to do that this afternoon and possibly find the end zone.
Try to get another score and try to get this up to a 3-score game right before halftime.
Here's a snap to Gimble, and they're going to do a reverse, and Lawson Gale will lose a couple yards.
Looked like a little bit of a fail on the offense, but a good defensive stop there.
And Gimble was around in the backfield. It looked like they might try that reverse flea flicker, but Lawson Gale holds on to it. They lose.
Looks like about 5 yards or so.
They'll say he lost 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 16 from the 43-yard line. Gimble. Here's the snap. And he throws it over the middle. It's tipped, but it falls incomplete. His intended target was Raphael Lawson-Gale.
A lot of defenders there for Gimble to be throwing toward, but took the chance. And the scary part is always when a ball is tipped in the middle of the field. That is the scary part, and Mustangs got a break there.
One receiver on the left, 3 right, with Hewitt on the outside. Gimbal, pistol formation. Gimbal's going to look left, and he will step up in the pocket, but he will be brought down for a sack.
And that'll be a loss of about 6 yards there, and it'll make it about 3rd and 23 or so.
Sack by number 92, Ryan McKee, along with number 1, David Reed for Concordia. So Austin Wells out to punt, as it is 4th and 22 from the 37-yard line.
So the interception did not cost Concordia much at all.
And it looks like Concordia might go after the block on this. And they do not get there. Austin Wells floater punts and more of a knuckleball and is caught. They will mark him down at the 31, fair catch, by number 5. That is Alquan Vickers. So with 4:34 left in the second quarter, Mustangs lead 21-7. For the Mustangs too, you know, get another turnover on defense, set yourself up for even better field position.
Yeah, I mean, just anything to stop momentum of Concordia is a plus. I mean, yeah, the offense have stalled here in the last few drives, but just stopping Concordia really helps out this defense.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Johnson back to pass, and he's going to step up, and he's got a receiver over the middle, and it's caught, and he's brought down at the 50-yard line. I'm going to say 49-yard line.
Big gain there from Concordia.
Pass is caught by number 84, Gabe Steed. They'll say a gain of 20 on the play. Three receivers left, 1 right. Johnson with Chaps as the tailback. And they're discussing, they're going to get a new play call from the sideline. Johnson, the snap, and it will be a swing pass to Schumann. Schumann will get forward, and he'll gain about 4 on the play. So he gets up to the 44-yard line. I say he got 5 on the play. And for Concordia, too, you don't necessarily have to rush it either. There's still a lot of time left.
Don't have to rush it, but they do need to keep a good pace up to go to try to get this Mustang defense a little off guard.
And for Concordia, too, their kicker, Schenderline, his longest this year is 52 yards, plus he would have the wind at his back.
So, yeah, that kind of adds it up to about 62 or so.
Johnson, back to pass, looks, and it is caught by Gustafson, and he'll fall forward to the 34-yard line. Alex Nye on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Another first down there from Concordia, and they are in business right now here late in the second quarter.
They're going to spot him at 33. 1st and 10. Golden Bears. Here's the snap to Johnson. Gives it to Chaps. And Chaps is going to fall forward for maybe a yard. Brought down by Nye on the play.
So it'll be 2nd and about 9 here for Concordia inside the 35. Looks like at the 32-yard line.
And again, Golden Bears will go in the shotgun. 3 receivers right, none left. So they might try a swing pass here. Put a receiver in motion. Here's a snap to Johnson. Johnson over the middle, and is caught. And it'll be a first down. There is a flag on the play.
I believe that will be a roughing the passer call on the Mustangs. So this could be getting even better for Concordia.
Caught by number 7, Bruce Russell. So they're going to say he got him below the knees, which is a penalty. They called it on number 38, Elijah McGeehan.
Yeah, pretty much you see a quarterback down and a bunch of guys around. That's, you know, a key of hitting the quarterback.
So it'll be first and goal from about the 9-yard line after the penalty. Johnson in the pistol formation. He's going to have 3 receivers left, 1 right. 2 of them are in the slot. Chaps just switches side. Here's a snap. They're going to throw a swing pass to Schumann, and it's incomplete off his hands.
There's a Mustang defender anywhere there. That could have been a pick 6 back to the house.
So it'll be second and goal from the 9-yard line. 1:47 left in the second quarter. So 3 receivers left, none right. Or sorry, 3 receivers right, none left. They put Chaps in motion. And he's going to go to the other side. Here's a snap to Johnson. And they're going to throw it across the middle. Incomplete. Pass was behind Schumann. So it'll be third and goal for Golden Bears. And it looks like a big stop here, only allowing a field goal in this position. This point of the field would be big for the Mustang defense.
Yeah, it'd be huge for the Mustang defense if they could get a stop and stopping momentum for Concordia.
3 receivers right. None left with a tight end in there. And Chaps in the backfield with Johnson. Big down here for the Mustang defense. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Snap is to Johnson. Johnson's going to step up, and he's got some room. But he will be brought down at the, they'll say, 5-yard line. So big stop there by the Mustangs. Now if you're Concordia St. Paul, do you go for it?
They are right now. They are 17 of 19 in the red zone so far. So that would be 15 touchdowns and 2 field goals. So this could be one of those ones where you're not sure if they're going to want to go for a kick and try to get 3 or try to get a touchdown.
But Concordia will talk about it as they take a timeout with 1:23 left. It is 21-7 Mustangs over Concordia St. Paul. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
We are back here at Schwann Regional Event Center, Matthew Field. Matt Metzler along with Zach Huntley. Mustangs lead 21-7.
It looks like Concordia will be going for it on 4th down, which isn't really a shocker at all, to be honest.
I mean,
yeah, you got
going into halftime. I mean, Mustangs still have 2 timeouts left, 1:23. But it's 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. They're going to spread them out. They're going to have 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right, with Chaps in the backfield.
Don't be surprised if this could be a QB sneak run.
They're going to put Schumann in motion. So now they'll have 3 receivers on the left side, 1 on the right.
They're going to take another timeout here.
They will take another timeout.
They're just looking to see what the Mustangs had for defense.
So we'll step aside for another 30 seconds. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed.
I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close. I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it.
I just want my family to be safe.
But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Welcome back. Golden Bears just decide on their play call. Let's see if they try to spread out the Mustang defense. And no, they will go for the field goal.
They must have just thought, I don't know what they're going to have, and decided we're just going to go take the free 3 points, hopefully.
Scheiderlein, field goal is up, and it is good. There is a flag on the play. So, well, what it could be is
Could be an offsides on either way.
could be jumping over the center and making
Well,
contact.
Yeah, you just gotta make you make contact and it's a flag. If you don't make contact, it's no flag.
And I don't know, would this be a personal foul where it would set up a first and goal?
And we'll see.
Because I believe it is a personal foul for leaping over the center, making
It is a
contact.
personal foul for leaping, yes.
But still on
Yep, they want it forward, so it will be a first down. So it should be leaping and must have made contact on the center.
As referees are still discussing it, and that would be half the distance, so it would be about the 2.5 yard
I'd
line.
have to see the replay exactly to see what happened.
Personal foul, leaping, number 59. That's an automatic first down, half the distance to the goal.
So that's a big.
That's a big call there.
That's a tough break for the Mustangs, who was just allowed a field goal. Now they get a fresh set of downs at about the. They're going to mark them at the 2.5 yard line. So they're going to say 3 yard line.
Yep, about the 3 yard line. I didn't quite see it, so I couldn't tell you if it really was or not, but
Johnson
the
with
official saw it.
3 receivers left. So you can leap a center.
You can leap, you just cannot
make contact.
Make contact with the center. They're going to go around the outside.
Chaps is going to lose 2 yards, but there is a flag on the play.
And it looks like this one's going to come back on a holding.
So kind of a sloppy ending to the first half so far.
That goes from the 3 yard line to the 13, so that helps the Mustangs a lot.
So penalty on number 70. That would be Samuel Kessler. That would be his second holding if they didn't decline his first one. But he's been having some trouble at that right guard position so far today.
So now it's first and goal from the 13 yard line.
So 1:17 left in the first half. No timeouts for Concordia. Here's a pass over middle, and it is incomplete, just over the head of Schumann. So it'll be second and goal from the 13 yard line.
So maybe taking that first down could maybe bite Concordia.
It's tough when you're in that position. Yeah. Do you want to take the points off the board?
That's a tough decision.
2 receivers right, 1 left. And they're going to roll left. And Johnson's going to look, and it is incomplete as Dalen Finley almost came up with the pick.
And there's a reason why a lot of these guys play defense. The hands just aren't there. And unfortunately, he just dropped that. He makes that catch, and that'd be a huge stop for Mustangs.
So once again, that could show that they should have just kept the points instead of taking the points off the board.
Could bite them Now, if it does go to 4th down, they'll probably end up, kicking it and getting that point, but they would have had the points by now. And about the only good news, I guess you could say from Concordia would be they took a lot more time off the clock, but that would be about it.
And 4 seconds left on the play clock. They got to take the snap. Here's the snap to Johnson, and he's going to throw it to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. And they're going to say it was a back shoulder pass to number 10. That is Marcus Gustafson.
And a underthrown ball, but perfectly thrown, where the defender for the Mustangs just kept running and didn't look back at the ball.
And for Gustafson, that's his first reception touchdown of the game. Shannon line. Here's the spot down. The kick is up, and it is good.
And it's in the road.
So with 1:02 left in the first half, Mustangs lead 21-14. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media. .102 left in the second quarter. Mustangs lead 21-14. Golden Bears just scored just before the end of the first half A throwing touchdown from Johnson to Gustafson.
I think you could expect probably just a run out here for the Mustangs. I don't know into the wind if they're going to really try to do much on offense.
Ferris kicks it off, and it looks like Lossingale will get it from the end zone, and he will return it as he gets out to the 20. He's got a hole on the left side, and he gets out to the 31-yard line. So good decision to take it out of the end zone, as they will get 6 more yards compared to if they would have just taken the knee and started at the 25.
Yeah, it was a questionable decision, but he ended up making it up and getting up to the 30. Would have been a little easier just taking the knee, but yeah, he wanted to try to take it all the way back.
And for the Mustangs, too, 57 seconds left, 2 timeouts. We've seen what this team can do with not a lot of time left.
But, again, wins
I mean, yeah, obviously.
into their face, so you're not going to be able to throw the ball deep downfield. It has significantly dropped, though.
Here's the handoff to Simmons. Simmons gets behind a couple blockers, and he falls forward to the 33. And
it looks like we got a few injured guys, maybe, or just waiting for guys to get up off the pile here. But,
and the clock will continue to run. Gain about
run it out
2.
here.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 33-yard line. So that is Simmons' 23rd carry of the afternoon. And this will probably be the last play of the first half.
23 carries, 139 yards for Simmons.
Handoff is to Beal. Beal gets about 3 yards on the play.
And that will end the first half here.
So with that last play, that will take us to the end of the first half. Mustangs lead 21-14 over Concordia St. Paul. We will come back 2 minutes before start of the second half to go over some stats. This has been Mustang Football on SSU Media. Welcome back to the Schwann Regional Event Center, Mackey Field, home of the Mustangs. Here on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University. Some halftime stats for you. Darius Chaps for Concordia St. Paul leads in rushing with 10 rushes for 51 yards. Max Simmons for the Mustangs, 23 carries for 139 yards with 1 touchdown. Gimbel is 6 for 11 with 80 yards for 1 touchdown. He has been sacked twice. Ron Johnson for Concordia St. Paul, 11 for 21 with 126 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 sack. For receiving, Nate Hewitt has 3 receptions, 34 yards, 1 touchdown. Marcus Gustafson, 5 receptions, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. And again, for Gimbel, he does have a touchdown on the ground. He has 5 rushes for 14 yards. As we get set here for the start of the second half, Matt Metzler along with Zach Huntley. What are some aspects from the first half that could play into the second half?
I mean, there's a lot of things that went well for the Mustangs and a lot that didn't go well. But, I mean, if they keep that balanced attack offensively, I think they're going to shut down. I think they're going to be able to stop Concordia from coming back. If they can continue that or the offense that they had early on. The second half of the first half was not a good offense for the Mustangs. So they got to, I mean, it's a tale of 2 quarters there for the Mustangs on offense. Something on offense has to click to keep them ahead in this game.
And for the Mustangs, they will receive the punt, and they will be going with the wind. As Concordia St. Paul, if it keeps a close game too, that fourth quarter, depends upon which way you're going, will play a factor, especially with the wind.
I believe that means the Mustangs will be playing into the wind for the fourth quarter, and it looks like we got a little bit of light rain too falling here, so maybe that'll affect the game a little bit.
It's a cold, windy, and now somewhat rainy day here in Marshall, Minnesota.
Typical fall in Minnesota, cold and rainy.
As Concordia St. Paul just got out, the rest of the team just got out, so we'll be just waiting as referees get together at middle of the field. Just get ready for the start of the second half. Let's see here. For the Mustangs, next week they will play at Winona State, and that will be for the Battle Axe or whatever, or the
hammer or the axe.
And then they will wrap up things here against Augustana on November 12th. For Concordia, they are home against Augustana next week, and then they will play at Winona State to wrap up their year. And the scoring in the first half was at 10:48. Max Simmons 10-yard run, 4:35. Gimbel 13-yard run. 3:12 in the first quarter. Darius Chaps 3-yard run. First quarter and the last score of the first quarter. Hewitt 14-yard pass from Gimbel with 2:10 left, made it a 21-7 lead, and then with 1:02 left at the end of the second half, Marcus Gustafson gets a touchdown pass from Ron Johnson. So as we get set here for the second half, start of the third quarter.
The way it looks like the Mustangs will be going, so they're going to be going into the wind. We'll be going downwind for the fourth quarter, so they kind of have the advantage of downwind to start the game, downwind to end the game.
And because the ball has came off the tee twice, they will have to have someone holding it. Ferris to kick off for the Golden Bears, and he kicks it deep. I'll put Lawson Gale, and it'll go over his head, land in the end zone for a touchback. So Mustangs will take over from their own 25-yard line. And one thing for the Mustangs, too, keep that running game up. We saw a lot of that in the first half, and they were able to do it well.
Yeah, you get that running game going, and you can see that, well, Concordia just hasn't, they haven't really been able to throw the ball. It's been kind of more of a running game than a throwing game, but they can, both ways, it just kind of, they need to get something going offensively to where they can do something. They've stalled the last, I believe, 4 or 5 drives, so we'll see what they can do.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap to Gimbel in the pistol. He gives it to Beal. Beal starts off as running back for the Mustangs, and he will get 4 on the play as he gets up to the 29-yard line on the left side. He's 2nd and 6.
That gives Simmons a little bit of a break there after having 23 carries in the first half.
And again, Mustangs with a little bit of a hurry-up offense. Gimbal looks to the sideline for a new play call. Here's a snap to Gimbal, gives it to Beal again. Beal bounces outside, and he will be brought down as he falls forward to the 32-yard line.
It'll be 3rd and short.
So it'll be 3rd and about 2, 3rd about 3. Two receivers right, one left. Galmiu, the outside receiver on the left, Lawson Gale in the slot, and Nate Hewitt on the outside on the right. And for the Mustangs, too, just to build some momentum on the offense, they got to convert this 3rd down. Here's a handoff to Beal again. Beal's got some room up, and he gets about 5 on the play, which will be good enough for the Mustang 1st down.
Good start there to get a 1st down on the 1st possession here. Start out the 2nd half.
Mustangs, 3 receivers right, with Matsky as the tight end. Gimbal, under center. High snap, gives it to Beal. Beal runs up the middle, and he will get a few yards as he continues to drag the pile with him. And he is brought down for a 7-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 3 from about the 37-yard, 42-yard line. They'll say 2nd and 4.
And Mustangs really haven't taken any throwing here, so it looks like they're going to try to just lean on the running game here to start out the 2nd half.
Gimbal looks to the sideline again, looks for the play. Here's a handoff to Beal. Beal cuts up the middle, and he dodges a couple tacklers, runs into one of his linemen, but falls forward to the 49-yard line. So they are now in Golden Bear territory with a fresh set of downs.
And they're just kind of just easing their way down, using the run and just continuing to roll downfield.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Again, Mustangs in the pistol formation. Gimbal hands it off to Beal. Beal falls forward, and he'll gain about 2 on the play. 2nd and 8.
It'll be about 2nd and 7.
Gimbal again, pistol formation, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's a snap to Gimbal. Beal goes up the middle, and he is met, but he falls forward for another 2-3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down from the 44-yard line.
So about 3rd and 5 here. Again, just the running game right now, and just trying to the old-fashioned ground and pound kind of game.
3rd and 4 from the 44-yard line. 2 receivers again to the right, 1 to the left. Galmiu the outside on the left side. Lawson Gale and Hewitt on the right side. Beal in the backfield, and they do give it to Beal again, and he is stood up about the line of scrimmage, and he might fall forward for a yard possibly.
It looks like about 4th and about 3.
So they're going to say he did not get a yard on the play, so it'll be 4th and 4 from the 44-yard line. And from the formation, it looks like they will try to pooch kick it. As this is, yep, Gimbal. This is a end-over-end kick, and it does take a Mustang bounce, and it will be down about the 17-yard line. That's where the Golden Bears will take over on offense. 1st and 10 from their own 17. And in the first half, this Mustang defense early on was able to stop them on 3rd down, but towards the end of the first half, they were able to get a couple 1st downs off 3rd down and long, or 3rd down and short.
Yeah, Concordia only 2 of 9 on 3rd down, so the Mustangs defense have been able to stop them on 3rd down quite a bit, but they had some momentum late in the 2nd quarter, so we'll see how they can do it.
Hands off to Chep, and he's going to get outside, and he will be pushed out of bounds. Chaps. They'll say stepped out at the 21-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. Chaps with Johnson in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, or it's 2 receivers left, 1 right. Swing pass out to Schumann. Schumann spins, and he will gain about 2 on the play.
That'll be about 3rd and give it about 5 or 6 here.
So it'll be 3rd and 4 from the 23-yard line for the Golden Bears. For the Mustangs, this is the kind of 3rd down stop that they need deep in Golden Bear territory.
This would be a key.
They would get good field position.
Key 3rd down here.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Chaps as the running back. The pass is from Johnson is incomplete. Michael Everett on the coverage breaks up the pass, and that will lead to a Golden Bear punt.
And a good start for the Mustang defense here in the in the beginning here of the second half. And it looks like the rain is intense just a little bit here, as a little bit of a hard shower with the wind.
Hewitt returning the punt. Last time out, he did fumble, but managed to get a good gain from it. The kick is up, and it's a good punt. It's a spiral punt, and Hewitt's going to be able to return it. Hewitt spins, and he will be brought down at the 37, 38-yard line. And one thing, too, with this rain, it'll make the turf a little more slick.
Yeah, turf gets a little more slick. This isn't quite the new style of turf. It's been here for a little bit, so they probably don't have the stuff that makes it, a little more grassy. But any rain's going to make the surface slippery.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Mustangs on their 2nd drive of the second half. First one ended with a punt. 10:04 left in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs lead 21-14. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Pistol formation. Handoff is to Beal again, and Beal's got some blocks, but he's brought down, and they will say he got to the line of scrimmage, as it looks like a Golden Bear did come up with the ball, but that was after he was down. So it'll be gain of, no, they'll say he lost 1.
2nd and 11.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Beal, the tailback, and Gimbel's going to pass, and he's got Hewitt open on the right side, and Hewitt will fall forward, and they'll say he might be just a little short at the 47-yard line.
It'll be about a half a yard short here.
So it'll be 3rd and short at the 47-yard line. And broken play there, a little bit of broken play, miscommunication, but Beal's able to scramble forward and get to the 48-yard line of the Golden Bears. So it'll be a 1st down for the Mustangs.
Another good start here for the Mustangs on their 2nd possession of the second half.
Checking in at running back for the Mustangs, number 30, Hudson Walton. Walton goes up the middle, and he's got some room, and he will be brought down at the 37-yard line. That'll be another Mustang 1st down. So for the Mustangs, they're giving a lot of different backs some carries, and they've been able to produce.
Yeah, it's a couple here. It looks like Simmons must be a little injured here, but they're gaining yards still.
Walton, again, gets about 5 on the play. Two receivers right, 1 left. Again in the hurry up. Handoff to Walton, and they're going to say he did not. He got just back to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down. So it'll be 3rd and 3, they're going to say, from the 31-yard line. 21-14, Mustangs lead Concordia St. Paul. And here's the pass to Hewitt, and Hewitt comes down with it.
And he's still up.
He will be brought down at the 15-yard line, 14-yard line. They'll put the Mustangs back in the red zone. Looked like a little bit of a confusing play there.
Yeah, I wonder if he thought he got the defense to jump off sides a bit and figured he had a free play. It looked that's what it looked like out of his arm there.
2 receivers left, 1 right. with Walton in the backfield. And we've seen that with Hewitt. He'll with Gimbel, he'll pass to Hewitt when he needs him, and Walton goes up the middle, and he'll get about 4 or 5 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 11-yard line. And for the Mustangs, too, we've seen a lot of success in the red zone.
Yeah, a lot of success this year and a lot of success today, too. So it wouldn't be surprising to see another touchdown out of the Mustangs.
Gimbel, 3 receivers left, none on the right side. Here's the snap. They do give it to Walton. Walton goes up the middle again. He'll only gain about, they'll say 3 possibly.
It looks like about 3rd and...
So it'll be 3rd and 4 from the 8-yard line. In this situation, you can come up with a lot of plays. You can do a quarterback draw. You could do pass the end zone.
Yeah, there's a lot of different plays you can do. This is kind of a perfect place for a playbook and Coach Sauter that he has.
Here's a snap to Gimbel. And Walton will be brought down at about the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 4th and about 4. So now what do you go for the points, or do you try to go for it deep in your own, or deep in Golden Bear territory?
It looks like they're gonna go for it here right now, but I mean, at this point, it's a 7-point lead.
I mean, it does make it a 2-possession game. Well, Gimbel, he's gonna look left. And he's got a man, and it falls incomplete. Off the hands of Jeb Melson, as the Mustangs will turn over on downs for the 2nd time today. And the Golden Bears will take over at their own 8.
That keeps them deep in their own field, but no points for the Mustangs, and that will go now, I believe, to 3 of 4 on the day in the red zone now.
Golden Bears will take over, 1st and 10 at their own 8. 2 receivers right, 1 left, and they give it to Chaps. Chaps is going to run up the middle, and he will gain about 4 on the play, 4 or 5. Tyler Flood on the tackle for the Mustangs. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 13. 3 receivers right, 1 left. As Johnson gets a play call from the sideline. Here's a snap, and they do give it to Chaps again, and Chaps will break through the pile, and he will get to the 19-yard, 18, 19-yard line.
Yep, he does have the first down.
And they do give him the first down, so it'll be a new set of downs for Concordia. 5:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs lead 21-14. Johnson getting the play call from the sideline. Chaps to his left, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Here's a snap to Johnson. Johnson's going to look downfield, and it is incomplete off the hands of Gustavusson. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
One of the rare deep passes there from Johnson there that we haven't really seen much today at all out of him.
Coverage on the play by number 2, Michael Everett.
And Everett's been having a really good game defensively.
Had 1 holding call against them in the first half. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's the handoff to Chaps. Chaps will be brought down. It looks like he'll lose a couple yards as he's brought down at the 15-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 13 about. So for the Mustangs, here's a chance to stop them deep in their own territory.
It's a long 3rd down, and they've been able to stop quite a bit of it today, so we'll see if they can get another stop.
Johnson, the snap. He's going to roll right, and he's just going to get rid of it, and it will be over his intended receiver's head. So it'll be that is a 3rd down stop for the Mustangs. After they got the first down, it's a 3 and out. Yep. So they'll be back to punt again with Hewitt to return. And again for Hewitt, he's got to be careful because it's now wet out. The ball will be wet. And he's got to be able to hold on to it. And the Golden Bears will spread it out on the punt formation. There's a snap. The kick is up, and it's Hewitt's got is returnable for Hewitt. Hewitt's going to cut back upfield, and he will be brought down around the 50-yard line. And that's where the Mustangs will take over on their third drive in the second half. Their last possession ended in a turnover on downs in the red zone. So a rare time when Mustangs did not convert in the red zone.
Yeah, rare time, but they're going to get again a good starting position here. So we'll see what they can do on this possession.
And one thing we haven't noticed too was Simmons has not played it down in the second half so far.
Yeah, we have not seen him, so I don't know if maybe an injury or so.
And
or just a lot of carries in the last 2 games.
2 receivers left with Dalton Jones as tight end on the right side. Walton cuts upfield, and he'll get about 2 on the play before he's met by a pile of Golden Bears. 2nd and 8 from the Golden Bear 48. With just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter, Mustangs lead 21-14. They're going to line up in the I with the fullback offset. And they're going to give it to Walton again. And Walton will be brought down at the 42-yard line. Lanier on the tackle for the Golden Bear defense. So it'll be about 3rd and 2.
About 2 or 3 here for the Mustangs.
They'll mark him down at the 43, so it'll be 3rd and 3. Here's Gimbel, snaps, and he fakes right, then he's going to go left, fakes left, goes right, pass is incomplete, broken up.
Yeah, caught and then dropped there.
Broken up by number 21, Kevin Ransom. So it'll be 4th and short for the Mustangs, and they've gone for it a couple times, have not converted.
Yeah, 1 of 3 on 4th down so far today for the Mustangs.
Again, this formation, Gimbel will pooch punt again. And it does come back. Oh, and loose ball looked like a Golden Bear tried to come up with it, but had a little problem securing it. And it'll be downed at the 10-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Concordia St. Paul from their own 10. And this Mustang defense has looked good this second half.
Yeah, the defense has been looking good. The offense again is a little bit on the juggling side. They're doing something good, something's bad. They're just not getting points and converting. So they need to figure something out because this defense isn't going to be able to just stop them all day.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Snap is to Johnson. Johnson's going to roll right, and he looks for Gustafson, and his play is incomplete. Overthrows Gustafson. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Again, 2 possessions inside, or 10 from the 10-yard line or inside for Concordia in the last 2 possessions.
Dalen Finley on the coverage for the Mustangs. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Again, shotgun formation. Looks like there's going to be a blitz over the top, and it is incomplete. Once again, Dalen Finley on the coverage. So it looked like Michael Everett came on the cornerback blitz.
Again, a 3rd and long here for the Mustangs at 3rd and 10. And they've been doing a much better job from the 3rd down, for 3rd down defense today.
2 receivers right again, 1 left. Here's the pass from Johnson. Johnson's going to look, and it is caught.
But not going to be nearly enough.
Schumann, about 4 yards on the reception. So once again, the Golden Bears will punt deep in their own territory.
And the Mustangs have not given much for Concordia to do on offense so far.
The punter for Concordia St. Paul is Josh Cohn. He's had a busy day punting the ball. Here's the snap. The kick is up. And Hewitt has room to return. Hewitt. And he's going to bounce outside. There's a flag on the play, and it looks like it will probably come back against the Mustangs.
It should be probably another block in the back here. And that will bring it back another 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
As we wait for the call by the referees. And for this Mustang offense, they look pretty stagnant along with the Golden Bear offense, too.
Yeah, it seems like the offenses are struggling. So one of these offenses got to figure it out here in the second half, or it's going to be a low-scoring second half.
And they do call holding, so that will bring it back 10 yards. They will spot the ball at the, I believe, the 31-yard line.
Yeah, looks like 31 in the rain continuing to fall here with the wind. Doesn't help conditions for the offense at all, either offenses at all.
And that penalty on the Mustangs was committed by number 45, Michael Griffin. Here's the snap. And it is number 30, Hudson Walton, as he gets, they'll say 3 on the play, so it'll be second and 6 from the 35-yard line. Just over 2 1/4 left in third quarter.
In a quick third quarter so far.
Gimbel gets the play call from the sideline. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Stephenson in the slot. Here's a handoff to Walton again. Walton, and he'll get about a yard before he's met by the Concordia defense. You got 1 on the play. Tackled by number 47, France Palamas.
Again, not a lot of running here so far, and that's been the story here for the Mustang offenses they've had. See if I can find it. Doesn't look like I'd have to do the math, but it's at least about 40 carries, 40 or more carries compared to only 15 pass attempts.
3rd and 5 over the middle, and it is caught by Galmu. Galmu keeps going on forward, and he gets to the 48-yard line. So that'll be the first down for the Mustangs on this drive.
And a good throw there. There has been many for Gimbel today. A few good throws, a few kind of iffy throws, but he had a good throw there, and big first down for the Mustangs offense.
Gimbel gives it to Walton. Walton's going to get forward, and he breaks a couple tackles as he gets to the about 36-yard line. That'll be another Mustang first down.
And the Mustang offense starting to find a little rhythm here in this possession here just before the end of the third quarter.
12-yard run by Walton. 3 receivers right, none left. Gimbel looks at the sideline, tells his lineman what the play call is. Walton up the middle, he'll gain a couple on the play. Gimbel kept it. And they'll say he got 4 on the play. Injured Mustang down.
Can't tell who it is, but it doesn't look too good.
That's the last thing the Mustangs need, especially with this good offensive line, is an injury to their offensive lineman. We'll step aside for 30 seconds for this injury timeout. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We are back here at Schwann Regional Event Center, Matkey Field. It looked like it was Grant Greenfield, the injured Mustang, on the play.
Anything to the offensive line for the Mustangs is a not good news, because this offensive line has been playing really well so far today.
So Drake Zablogio will switch over to the left tackle, and number 62 Nick Guzman will be the left guard. Here's a handoff to Walton. Walton goes up the middle. He breaks a couple tackles, and he keeps going, and he'll be brought down at the 29-yard line. They're going to say he was down at the 30-yard line, so it'll be another first down for the Mustangs. And it looks like the Mustangs will wait. They'll just let the clock wind down.
And we'll send it to the fourth quarter here. A very quick third quarter here.
So at the end of the third quarter, Mustangs lead 21-14. We'll come back to start the fourth quarter. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back. Start the fourth quarter here at the Schwalm Regional Event Center in Mackey Field. Mustangs lead 21-14. Matt Metzler along with Zach Huntley. And one thing this Mustang team has been able to do is run the ball with multiple running backs.
Yeah, multiple running backs. We're up to 4 running backs plus, we have 3 running backs, Gimbel, and then Lawson Gale had 1 run. So 5 guys total running today. So a lot of guys running, not much for passing, but.
And that's the one position, too, where we've had a lot of injuries this year has been at the running back because Payne is out. Yep. He's been out for a while.
Simmons, we don't know what's wrong with
Simmons is off. I mean, Devontae Beal, he was out a couple weeks, and that's what gave Simmons the opportunity. Yep. So the guys have been stepping up for the Mustangs when they need them. So they'll have 2 receivers right, none left. And all right, so a timeout before the clock even starts in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
On September 18, 1967, a new college on the prairie opened its doors for the first time. And since then, it has supplied countless memories to its 20,000 alumni. Please save the date for Homecoming 2017, September 29th through October 1st, and help us celebrate 50 years of excellence at Southwest Minnesota State University.
Welcome back to the Schwann Regional Event Center as we start the fourth quarter. Interesting move there. You know, you had the fourth quarter talk about the play, and then they didn't see what they liked, and then they call a timeout.
I don't understand much about the taking a timeout after a quarter. It hasn't even started yet, so kind of a wasted timeout in my opinion.
Gimbel, they'll come off in the offset I. 2 receivers right with Dalton Jones as fullback. They'll give it to Walton. Walton will gain about 1 yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 18-yard or 23-yard line.
Another short run here by the Mustangs, and
Mustangs move back into their usual pistol formation. 1 receiver left, 2 right. As Stephenson is the slot receiver. Gimbel looks at the sideline to get his play call. Gimbel hand off to Walton. Walton will run over a guy as he keeps going.
He can't stop off his legs there. You're gonna have to take his legs out.
As he gets to the 18-yard line. So a gain of about 5 on the play. Walton is a 6'2", 209 sophomore running back out of Cedarburg, Wisconsin. He is a transfer from the University of North Dakota.
And a good possession here so far for the Mustangs, and another red zone opportunity, and see if they can get back to the red zone opportunity that they did in the first quarter.
Handoff is to Walton. Walton runs forward, and he's got some room, and Walton will get in for the touchdown. His first rushing touchdown of the afternoon.
And you knew sooner or later he was going to break the big one, and There it was.
18-yard rush by Walton as Mustangs will try the extra point.
And that's something we were watching in the first quarter, breaking tackles in the red zone. We weren't seeing that in the second. And now we've seen it at the beginning of the fourth, and the Mustangs looking to take not a commanding 2-possession lead, but a good 2-touchdown lead.
Gimbel on to try the extra point. He is 3 for 3. The spot down, the kick is up, and it is good. So Mustangs increase their lead 28-14 with 13:43 left in the fourth quarter. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
$13:43 left in the fourth quarter. Mustangs lead 28-14 on their third rushing touchdown of the afternoon by their third different player.
Might as well just keep giving it to different guys every possession at this point. But that Walton now has 15 carries, 80 yards on the ground. So the Mustangs now quickly get this up. It's 250 yards on the ground compared to only 79 from Concordia. So a lot of running yards, and that's showing with the score on the board, 28-14.
Austin Wells back to kick off. And it is a shorter kick, especially with the wind behind him. But Schumann gets it from the 8-yard line, and he is met at the 20-yard line.
That's going to be good for the Mustang defense to have another deep start for Concordia. And now it seems like the wind isn't as hard as it was, and the kicks aren't going as far. So the wind's not as much of a factor, but still is a factor.
As that was Eston Weber on as one of the players that got to Schumann on the kickoff.
And we got a new quarterback in for Concordia.
Maxon Hutton is the quarterback, and he gives it off. Tyler Flood on the tackle.
That still doesn't do much there, and Concordia is just struggling. They're just trying to find something, and maybe the switch at quarterback might help. Seems like Johnson wasn't able to do a lot, and they just figured try something new.
Alquan Vickers on the run, lost 1 on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 11 from their own 19-yard line. Hutton, a 6'3" redshirt sophomore from Victoria, Minnesota. And Hutton's going to keep it, and he makes a couple moves, and he will be brought down at they'll say 33-yard line, so that'll be Golden Bear first down.
And the best, or one of the better runs for Concordia so far today.
I believe that is their second first down of the second half. Hutton, getting the offense ready. 2 receivers right, 1 left. It looks like 2 side backs. Puts a man in motion. And Hutton's going to keep it as he falls forward for a gain of 2 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 35.
Now looking at it, we have about 12 minutes left in the game here. If you're Concordia down 2 touchdowns, you start throwing the ball a little more. I mean, the running isn't really helping much. You bring in a new quarterback. Do you think they might just start throwing the ball a little more? I mean, yes, they do already have 28 attempts, but down 2 touchdowns and running doesn't seem as effective as they'd wish or hope it would be.
4 receivers, and they're going to do a jet sweep. Handoff is to number 5, Alquan Vickers. He falls forward for I believe it will be a first down. Nope. They're going to mark him short.
Well, they have him.
Or no, they will.
They're going to mark him for a first down.
Tackled by Dalen Finley on the play.
So a couple first downs here for Concordia. And they're starting to feel a little bit some kind of momentum here for the offense.
They're going to throw 3 receivers, put a man in motion. Here's Hutton keeps it on the option, and he will gain a yard, possibly 2 on the play.
Kind of surprising to see that Hutton's keeping a lot of the balls. I mean, you just come in as a quarterback, and you figure you're just trying to help the offense here. And I didn't know. I mean, maybe keeping it does help it, but I mean, you're risking him getting hurt, and now you'd have to go back to your starter, and who knows how many quarterbacks you got.
2nd and 8 from the 45-yard line. They're going to do 2 receivers to the left, 1 right with 2 side backs, almost as tight ends. And they're going to give it to Schumann. Schumann's got some room on the left side, and he finds a hole, gets up to about 39-yard line, Mustang 39, so that'll be another Concordia first down.
And that's been pretty much the factor for Concordia is the sweep. The jet sweeps have been what has helped them gain quite a bit of yardage.
So 1st and 10 from Mustang 39. And for the first time in the second half, it looks like Concordia has been moving the ball really well. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hutton, and he'll run into his own guy, but he'll keep it, find some room, and he will be brought down. There is a flag on the play. Gain of 4 on the play as it stands right now. And it looks like it could be in the position of holding.
Can't quite tell, but that's
they're looking towards the Concordia side. It almost makes it seem like be against.
Can't quite tell exactly. It could be in holding, and it will be. Nope, personal foul. Tripping. That was a tripping goal, not a holding, but a tripping. So must have just caught a Mustang either a defensive lineman or a cornerback coming in, and hurts Concordia with a 15-yard penalty there.
So that'll bring them clear back to their own 46-yard line. So it'll be
1st and 20.
They'll say 1st and 25.
That's a long way.
They put Schumann in motion. Hutton, he's going to pass it. And he's going to look deep, and it is thrown short, and it is incomplete. Dalen Finley on the coverage, as it looked like 2 Mustangs were trying to go for it. There is an injured Mustang, however, on the play. Pass was to number 10, Marcus Gustafson.
Yeah, it could have been intercepted. 2 Mustangs go after it and couldn't quite get the pick.
Because that ball was thrown well short.
That was you could tell out of his hands it was well short, and the wind didn't help it any.
The injured Mustang is Caleb Leichman, but he's able to walk off under his own power. So it will be 2nd and 25 from the Mustangs, or from the Golden Bears' own 46-yard line.
And Concordia's got to try to do something here. Long ways to go, and running the ball isn't gonna really help it much.
Well, and throwing cross field like that on a day like this.
A day like this won't do much either. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
3 receivers right, 1 left, as Mustangs almost jumped off offsides. Hutton getting the play call from the sideline. They're going to put Chaps on his right side. There's the snap to Hutton. Hutton's got Chaps open out in the flat, and he will be brought down 50-yard line, so a gain of 4 on the play. So it will be 3rd and 21 from the 50-yard line. But that does put them on the near side field where they could do something long, but they're going to put They're going to put 3 of the 4 receivers on the left side, 1 receiver on the right side.
It's a long ways, so expect probably a pass toward the first down marker.
Hutton, shotgun with Chaps to his right. 9:25 left in the 4th quarter. Hutton drops back, loses the ball, but he's able to recover it. And that was a strip sack. Hutton, he's able to keep it.
And will be a punt for Concordia here.
It was Werder who got the strip sack on the play. So it'll be 4th and 27 from Golden Bears' own 44-yard line.
And a huge stop by the Mustangs here to keep the momentum on their side.
So that tripping came back to haunt Concordia St. Paul. Here's the snap. And the kick is up, but it's a short and high kick. And they're telling the Mustangs to get out of the way, but it does take a Concordia St. Paul bounce. And it'll be downed at the 23-yard line. 28-14 with 8:37 left in the fourth quarter. And for the Mustangs, you know, just run out the clock, run the ball. Something they've been able to do all afternoon.
Yeah, they've been doing that all afternoon, and might as well not stop here. Just keep running it and taking time off this clock.
And it is Walton checks back in for the Mustangs. If he gets 20 yards, the Mustangs will have 2 running backs with over 100 yards. Here's the handoff to Walton. Walton goes up the middle, and he dodges a couple tackles, and he almost gets tripped up, and he dodges a couple more tackles, and he cuts back, and he gets to the 35-yard line. Great piece of running by Hudson Walton. And like we saw in the first half, it looks like the Mustangs were just one break away from cutting it loose, and they were able to on that play.
Big run there by Walton, and it's just incredible. It gets him downfield, breaks not 1, not 2, but 3 tackles there to get all the way down to the inside the 35.
So for the Mustangs, it seems like when you just need them to run out the clock, they're able to do those big plays and possibly put up points. 2 receivers, full back. Walton up the middle again, and he is tripped up. And he just got back to the line of scrimmage. And after that long carry, Walton is over 100 yards, 122 yards. So the Mustangs have 2 rushers for over 100 yards. That is Max Simmons and Hudson Walton.
And a big running day by the Mustangs. Now they'll just let the clock trickle its way down.
2 receivers right, none left. Tight end and fullback in for the Mustangs. Handoff is to Walton again. Walton, and he'll fall forward for about a gain of 5. So it'll be 3rd and 5 from Concordia State 30-yard line. And for the Mustangs, they should probably not snap it till past the 7-minute mark.
No, you just let the clock just keep ticking and take your time. I mean, might as well just take your time with the clock and give Concordia very little time left.
Once again, and they are under center. Offset I formation. Handoff is to Walton again, and Walton keeps fighting, and he falls forward to the 24-yard line, so that sets up another Mustang first down. And we've seen that from all the backs so far. They don't give up after the first contact. They keep going, keep trying to fight for more yards.
Yeah, and that's helping the Mustangs here late in the fourth quarter and could easily ice the game here.
Mustangs will go in the I set again. Offset. Dalton Jones is the fullback. He'll line up to the right of Gimbel, 2 receivers left. Here's the handoff again to Walton. Walton will gain about a yard, so he'll fall forward to the 23-yard line. Be 2nd and 9.
And they're not going to stop the clock yet, so they'll be able to continue to let this clock run down to almost not quite the 5.5-minute mark.
Hewitt. He'll move to the right side, so it'll be 1 receiver on each side. The Mustangs are in the power formation with an extra lineman as a tight end along with an actual tight end, that is Matsky. Here's a handoff to Walton again.
And they'll be able to get this to about the 5-minute mark.
And they'll take a timeout.
Nope, it's an official timeout because of an injury.
And he's able to get up under his own power. The injured Concordia St. Paul Golden Bear is number 96, Chaz Roberts, defensive lineman. So it'll be 3rd and about 7 from the Mustang 21-yard line. And even if you don't get the 3rd down too, I mean, we haven't seen Wells attempt a field goal today, but with the win behind them.
Yeah, They're going to be able to run this down to about the 5-minute mark if they choose to, but they don't.
They do a quick snap. Handoff is to Walton. And Walton's tripped up, but he keeps falling forward. He will get to the 16-yard line, so it'll be 4th and short.
And they'll be able to let this clock continue to run as we get to the 5-minute mark.
Got to the 16-yard line. So it'll be 4th and 2, and they will go for it. 2 receivers left, offset I formation. And there is some movement. And we will see, did the Golden Bear get back off onside before Greenfield moved?
It should be on Concordia here. Nope. They called it on the receiver out instead of so the Concordia guy or defensive lineman must have got back on sides.
So it did look like Greenfield on the offensive line moved, but the Mustangs will go in the pistol formation. That does stop the clock. 4th and 8. Here's the snap. They're going to fake it, and they're going to look for the end zone. Lawson Gale is open, and he does not bring it in right through his hands. He had a couple yards on the defender, but managed to slip right through his hands. So Mustangs will turn over again inside the red zone. That'll be their 2nd time this afternoon. And it gives new life to the Concordia State Golden Bears as they are down 14 with just under 4.5 left in the 4th quarter.
That gives them a little life, but they did take off enough time to where it could help them.
Concordia State does have all 3 of their timeouts. Here's a snap.
And Johnson's back into the ball game here.
And Johnson will be brought down in the backfield after a couple Mustangs got back in there. Sacked by number 99. That is Kevin Rubin. Loss of 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and approximately 13, 14 from the 17-yard line. Johnson, they're going to try a little screen. They got some room. Chaps, he'll fall forward, and he is wrestled out of bounds. And they are going to mark. They will give him the 1st down. Oh, they're gonna mark him short, actually.
No, they're gonna go short. It looked like they had him pass, but.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 30 on a 13-yard screen play. Johnson on 3rd and 1. Pass is incomplete. Outside receiver Gustin slipped on the play, and that looked like the original intended target.
That could have been an interception by the Mustangs if he wasn't going for the receiver.
And of course, down 14. Concordia St. Paul will go for it. Golden Bears have 2 receivers on each side. They do put Schumann in motion. Here's the snap. Johnson looks outside, and it's caught by Schumann. Schumann makes a couple breaks upfield, and he's brought down at the 48, 49-yard line, which sets up Concordia State for a 1st down. Gain of 19 on the pass play as Schumann was wide open on that right side and able to break a couple tackles.
Yeah, absolutely. Wide open. Mustangs didn't see him, went wide open, and was able to get a big 1st down for Concordia.
Once again, 2 receivers right to left in the shotgun formation. Johnson takes a snap. Johnson's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to be able to hold on to it, but he's going to scramble forward, and he is brought down. At the 44 of the Mustangs. So a gain of about 7 on the play.
I think it's helping the Mustangs here is that clock is continuing to tick, and they'll allow that, and they'll allow Concordia to run the ball all day if they're going to let the clock run.
Johnson. He drops back to pass. And he's going to be brought down. And a loose ball, and it's recovered by Alex Nye. He falls as he recovers it. It's brought down, or falls down at the 46-yard line. Sacked by Alex Werder. And recovered by Alex Nye. So turnover for the Mustangs.
That should almost ice this game up.
Alex Werner on the strip sack for the Mustang defense. And Alex Nye, and because of the turf being a little slippery, he slipped on it. But a big turnover by the Mustangs.
A big turnover they get defensively, and now the offense can just put the ball in the hands of Walton and just let it run off the clock.
Offset I formation, 2 receivers. Here's the handoff to Walton. Walton runs in the pile, and he will gain approximately 2 on the play. I'm going to say possibly 3. And Concordia will take a timeout here. So with 2:36, Mustangs lead 28-14. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
What? The storks are bringing me a baby brother.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What? Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't? Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
We can do this together.
To know for sure that your child is in the right seat for their age and size,
Remember when I was a baby? It felt like 1 minute ago?
What? Visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
What he said.
Okay, welcome back.
What would you bring to my company?
Welcome back to the Schwann Regional Event Center, Matkey Field here on the campus of Southwest Minnesota State University. Mustangs lead 28-14 with 2:36 left. 2nd and 7 from their own 49-yard line. Concordia State took a timeout, so they have 2 remaining. And they want the clock back at 2:39. Concordia St. Paul in the second half has been allowing a lot of rushing to the Mustangs.
A lot of rushing, and that just put everything in favor of the Mustangs.
Here's the snap to Walton. Walton gets forward, and he keeps on going, and he will be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Another timeout.
And it looks like Concordia State will take another timeout. We'll step aside for another 30 seconds. This is Mustang football on SMSU Media.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Welcome back to the Schwann Regional Event Center. It's again Mustangs lead 28-14 over Concordia St. Paul. Mustangs, it will be 3rd and 5 from the Golden Bear at 48.
And again, it'll be a run play, and then
handoff is to Walton, and he's met in the backfield. And another timeout.
It'll be the last one for Concordia.
And we'll just keep it here for this timeout. And Concordia St. Paul used their last timeout, but we'll keep it here. Looking through some of the stats, I mean, obviously in the rushing department, Mustangs are overwhelming ahead of Concordia St. Paul's rushing.
Yeah, totally overwhelming. They're almost 200 more. SMSU has 314 yards, while Concordia has 115. Passing both teams under 200, 166 for Concordia, 122 for Southwest. So you see the dominant running game of the Mustangs here in the second half has been big. And again, 2 of 14 on third down. The Mustang defense did their job on third down. So, I mean, it was just overall for both teams, good game.
And for the Mustangs, all they have to do is, well, what would you recommend on this play? I mean, it's are they going to punt? I mean, looks like they might go for it. I mean,
well, you think about it'd be tough because if you run, you're not going to let the clock continue.
Because if they don't convert, obviously the clock stops. And maybe, or what they'll do is what they'll normally do in this kind of play is they'll pooch kick
Yeah,
it.
hit the pooch kick. It's probably just a pooch kick to get it down there and let Concordia take it for 2 minutes.
Gimbal will pooch kick it, and it's a good end-over-end kick. And it will take a bad,
takes a bad bounce.
And it goes into the end zone for a touchback. As the Golden Bears of Concordia St. Paul will take over at the 20-yard line with just over 2 minutes left. Basically for Concordia St. Paul, just pass the ball.
Yeah, pass the ball, try to get something going, and see if they can somehow get a touchdown quick. But the way the Mustang defense has been playing, they've been able to do a good job in stopping Concordia.
Johnson comes back out as the quarterback for Concordia St. Paul. He did have the fumble and was recovered by the Mustangs. Johnson drops back, looks over, Chaps as it drops it because the pass was thrown behind him. It'll be 2nd and 10. Pat Rhodes on the coverage for the Mustangs. 3 receivers left, 1 right, with Chaps as the running back.
Again, all passes from here on out from Concordia.
Johnson back. He's got some pressure, and he just throws it into the ground. They're going to say Chaps was in the area. So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Just over 2 minutes left in the ball game here.
Doesn't look like the Golden Bears are in too much of a hurry, obviously with the clock not moving.
They just got to figure out a way to get something closer for a 4th down.
And they do bring the blitz, and looks like it is Schumann is able to keep his balance, but only gains a yard on the play.
And the clock will continue to run, and it's 4th down. And a long 4th down. They needed to gain a little bit more than that on the 3rd down play.
4th and 9 from their own 21-yard line. So this is the big play here for the Golden Bears. Here's a snap. Drops back. And he's got a lot of room, and he's going to try to air it out deep. He's got a receiver there, and it is incomplete.
And a huge hit. A big hit that the Concordia receiver may not have his head there. That thing was huge.
Tyler Flood on the coverage there, and he was the one that laid the big hit.
That was a huge hit. Very big hit. Otherwise, that ball might have been caught.
It was number 13. Sammy Bauchman was the intended receiver.
And now the Mustangs can just run the clock out to end this one.
And we'll see. Yep, the reserves are coming in for the Mustangs. Connor Wilkie checks in at quarterback for the Mustangs, but they will keep Walton out there as he is basically their quote-unquote 5th string running back, basically. Fumble and some problems with the snap, and Mustangs are able to recover it.
And now they'll be able to take this under the 1 minute mark and shouldn't snap it until about the 42nd mark or so.
So it's 2nd and 11 from the Golden Bear 20. Wilkie, offset formation with fullback, 2 receivers. Handoff is to Walton again. Clean handoff this time as he falls forward for a yard.
And now we'll be able to take this down to about 20 seconds or so.
Walton currently has 148 yards.
Yeah. Good rushing by Walton for coming into the game here late.
Loose ball again. Troubles on this handoff, but is recovered by Wilkie.
And that will do it.
And that will be the last play of the game. Mustangs win this one 28-14. They improve to 5-4 on the year, 4-1 at home, and 2-3 in the NSIC South, while Concordia their record falls to 2-7 with 0-4 in the 0-5 in the NSIC South. So we'll come back after this quick break and review all the stats from the game. This has been Mustang Football on SMSU Media.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Once again, 28-14, Mustangs beat Concordia St. Paul Golden Bears. That snaps a 3-game losing streak for the Mustangs. They now once again improved to 4-1 at home for their second consecutive winning home record.
Yeah, big time to win a lot of games at home. That really helps.
And obviously the one stat that is overwhelming is the rushing department.
Rushing department's overwhelming. They had 2 rushers, Walton Simmons, have more yards than Concordia total. So both guys ran for more yards than Concordia. So that's very impressive right then and there.
So yeah, and then Gimbel, you know, it wasn't a great day to pass the ball. I mean, it was overcast, it was rainy, it was windy, but he made the passes when he needed to.
And 9-17, 122 yards, a touchdown, and made the passes when he needed to. Wasn't like we're usually used to seeing in the 40, 45 attempts, but he did what he needed to do to get the job done today.
And on the other side of the ball, the Mustang defense really stepped up.
Yeah, defense did a real good job again, holding Concordia to 115 rushing yards, 169 passing yards, only 13 first downs, and they also only allowed 2 of 15 on 3rd down, too, which is incredible. 1 of 3 on 4th down. So the defense stepped up when it needed to. Had a little bit of shaky time, but most of this game really did a good job in keeping Concordia kind of stopped there for.
And they did force a couple turnovers too.
2 turnovers, or interception and a fumble recovery. So.
And unfortunately for the Mustangs, they were unable to capitalize. Like, they were in the red zone a few times, a lot today. But they were unable to convert 2 of them for points.
Had kind of a downhill offensive time in the second quarter and didn't really do their best job on offense, but was able to do enough to where they'd get the victory here tonight.
So with that win, Mustangs will go to Winona State. That'll be a 1 p.m. game, and then their final game of the year is a final home game of the year is against Augustana on November 12th at 1 p.m. here at the Schwann Regional Event Center, Matkey Field. And for Concordia, with this loss, they will go home, face Augustana at home, and then go on the road to face Winona State. Special thanks to all the crew that helped out today. This has been Matt Metzler, Zach Huntley. This has been Mustang Football on SMSU Media.